New sweats. Working hard, got 2 jobs, Friday night, but thank you, Lord, it's 2 checks. It's 2 checks. Yeah. Game of spades, being a flight, I'm talking 10 straight books, you goddamn right. Now who's next? Off my table. Who's next? Yeah. Huh? I don't dance a boogie. Somebody tell a DJ, put on my song. We grown and we want a 2-step. That's the new flex. Yeah, 2-step to this, 2-step. Everybody, come on. Come on. Yeah, 2-step to this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Worldwide Crypto and Gaming. I'm your host, Dragon Rider, and this is the Behind the Bullshit podcast. Unfiltered, uncensored, unedited, real talk, where we get behind some bullshit. No, man. Hey, so the main thing of this, just focus on this podcast is to bring on individual guests, talk about some of the BS that they encounter along their professional careers, and get some advice along the way, and definitely get behind some of the bullshit behind the bullshit. So let's bring him to the stage, my homie DJ Daniel Gate. Let's go.
What's up, baby?
What is
we
up?
going
What
behind
is
the
up?
bullshit tonight, man. Come on. Man, I've been waiting to get on here, man. I'm so happy our schedules came together, man. We was able to do this, man, because we definitely got to get behind the bullshit, man, because there's a lot of bullshit. So,
man, it especially lately, man. It's just all right. So before we dive into that cesspool, let's get a little story behind you, man. So how'd you end up in the crypto space?
Yo, man, it's crazy, man. Like, I grew up, man. How I grew up, man, we didn't really have a lot, you know what I'm saying? So starting my career, just kind of work my way up the ladder to that executive level, and did a lot of investing in the stock market, right? Taught myself the stock market, learned the stock market, and got into that stock market really heavy, man. And it was right before the last bull run. I was looking at this crypto thing, and I'm like, man, come on, man. We dealing with digital dollars, man. Come on, I my dollars are green, baby. You know what I mean? What do you mean we deal with digital dollars, right?
I was the same way.
So, my
want that fake stuff.
My paper green, baby. My paper green, man. I want that folding money, right? But what I didn't know was that crypto was gonna give you that folding money, right? That was gonna give you that folding money. So I was playing around, man. I was on Robinhood, and I was, investing and flipping stocks and option trading, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, all right, man, here we go, man. I'm gonna throw some money at Doge, right? I'm just gonna throw some money at Doge, right, man? I threw some money at Doge, man, and I was like, that joint started to take off, man. And I'm looking at the bottom of my screen, I'm looking at my stock investments, and I'm looking at Doge taking off, man. And I'm like, damn, my Doge is killing it, right? So I was like, well, let me throw some money at Bitcoin, right? Yeah, threw some money at Bitcoin, threw some money at ETH at that time. They were on Robinhood, they were, whatever. So I threw some money at them, man. I was making 3 times the amount of money I was making in the stock market, right?
You, those are good times, boy. Those are good times.
So then I just dove into the crypto space, man. I was like, I need to learn about this. I need to know what it is. I need to know why I'm buying this. How does this thing operate? And man, they got me into DeFi. And I said, hey, I should have left it at Doge and Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? They got me into DeFi, right? So one of the first projects I bought in DeFi was Saitama, right?
Yeah.
And I bought it early. I was lucky, man. I bought it early. And I, using them rooms, man, you like, yeah, baby, we Saitama, baby, we Saitama.
Yeah.
Oh, Saitama.
I drank the Kool-Aid.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid I was drinking the purple Kool-Aid with 2 things of sugar in that bad boy, and I was rough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
all of
yeah,
a sudden, I started to my mind, right? I started to see some things. I'm like, man,
yeah,
something ain't right, something ain't right. And then the whole Vegas thing happened, right? And I was watching it on the screen, right? I was watching
yeah,
this, man. Jake and Rodney and everybody, man, watching this, right? And I'm like, well, hold up, man. The chart is dumping hard, right? And all the devs, every time you took a picture, they're looking at their phone.
yeah,
I said, these jokers are selling.
yeah.
So you know what I swipe right, baby. I'm
I
out.
heard
And
that.
I so
I wish I was a little bit smarter than that.
so
You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of hung around and I was like, nah. This is coming back. I was one of those hopefuls. You know, I was like, nah. This is gonna come back. This is gonna come back. And if I was, like you said, that's when I started recognizing the signs. And when Steve Rocket Crypto, when he left, I should have took my shit and ran, but I didn't. I was still one of those hopefuls. You know what I'm saying? Is
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give you
yeah,
Steve Rocket Crypto, right, man? But we gonna talk about that because in a
yeah,
minute
yeah,
I'm gonna give you that one. But I
yeah,
got feelings about that, right?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I got feelings about what he did, and
yeah,
we get into it tonight because we're gonna get raw in it. But your boy old Steve Rocket, man, he wasn't right. He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
100%
You see,
right now.
he kind of disappeared after that. I was like,
No,
where the fuck did this motherfucker go?
yeah, and then it was for me, it was Shinobi, right? Got into Shinobi,
Oh
you know what I'm saying? I
man,
made some money on Shinobi, I was just starting to feel my way through DeFi, right? Made some
yeah,
money off Shinobi, did the thing over there, and then Terrarium came, right? My boy Milton, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Good old Milton and Dr. P, and they out here rugging people twice.
the
You know what I'm
rug
saying?
doctor.
The rug doctors, right? So I got into that, man. But I was smart when I got into that. Like I bought 2 bags at pre-sale, and I
Yeah,
bought them of equal value, right? So when it launched and it 2x, I sold 1 bag, which made me even, right?
yeah,
And then when the whole Binance thing came, started to sell off that second bag after that Binance fiasco came, right? I didn't sell
yeah,
it all, but I started to sell off some. I'm like, how can all of these smart people get duped by a fake email? I ain't buying that, man. That never happened, right?
yeah.
So I started to sell off a little bit, and that was my introduction to DeFi. Saitama, Shinobi, and Terrarium, right? So I mean, them were the 3 big ones, right? I mean, them were the 3 big ones. There's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
100 in between there that you get in and get out of, get
bro.
rugged here,
I'm
But
telling you what, man, the amount of garbage that has entered and exited my DGen wallets have is
I just went through this massive cleanup a couple months ago, right? Where I just took all of
yeah,
my wallets, man, and I just made fresh wallets, and I transferred my projects over to the fresh wallets, man,
yeah.
and just deleted and got rid of the old wallets, man. I didn't want to I didn't want to look at them tokens no more, man. The dust tokens, people are like, yeah, but in the bull run, man, them dust tokens could be worth like $500 if they run again.
Hey, look, you
Man,
never know. You
I'm
never know.
I punch the seed phrase in and check it
All
every
right.
once in a while,
Hey,
but
so look, yeah, you can keep up with it with links. I'll just let the FYI.
yeah,
But
yeah, true
but
that.
but on the side of that, there's one project I'll tell you, man, that because you never know what happens, right? So I had pulled up one of my old wallets. This was like in the bear, like we was heading down, you know what I'm saying? And I just so happened to look. There was this one I bought into. It was called Cat Bonk, right? I put a couple $100 into it because it was just one of those just straight degen plays. You know what I mean? And I forgot about it. And when I went to go look at it again, my $200 was like 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? So All right, so tracking down later, you know what I'm saying? I happened to I was going like you going through some of my old wallets and everything, and I pulled it up in I pulled it up in links and everything. I was like, what the hell, dude? That cat bonk was worth like over 5K, right? So I was like, wait a minute. No, it's the same one. It was a legit buy. It was a legit buy, and I doubled and triple checked it. It was a legit buy that I bought it. So I was like, wait a minute, maybe maybe we got a glitch or something. So we double checked links. Links was fucking spot on, and I went and I sold it and I got my 5K.
Yeah, see, now you got me. Now I gotta go check all my duck.
I'm serious, bro. You never know, out of nowhere.
Now I gotta go check them all, right? Because you talking about a 5K come up, right, off of one token. Now I gotta go check all these tokens.
I'm serious, bro. You never know. As long as it's something that ain't like rugged, it was just like it just kind of if it kind of dies down is one thing, but that's the ones I kind of like keep. I'll keep tabs on every once in a while, but the ones that straight rugs, those get instantly deleted. You know what I mean? So
you don't got no more meta pauses in your wallet, baby.
Yo, what? We don't.
Yo, I told you not to buy that shit,
bro. Hey, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I did. So I got paid, right? And I got paid for that. Yeah, we all got paid for that. But I did. I bought a little bit at launch. Luckily at launch, I only put like $50 into it, so I'm not out on that at all. But other than a little mark on my name that I fucking promoted, I got paid to promote a fucking rug pull.
With Sway, baby. With Sway.
I didn't know. Man, I didn't know. Hey, if I had heard his name one time associated with that project, I would have gave him back. I would have sent back. Look, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
My ETH cleared, and I told everybody don't buy it. I told you that, man. Like,
yeah,
my ETH cleared, and then me and Doc got out of space. I told everybody don't buy that shit. Yo, my ETH clear. I made 3 videos, and then they put us on that schedule, so I had to make 3 more. ETH cleared again, and then once I found out private sellers were coming in 2x, I got out of space. I told everybody, don't buy that shit, man. My ETH cleared, man. Don't buy that shit, man. Private sellers are coming in 2x. They're just gonna dump on you, right?
And they admitted it. They was like, everybody who's pre-sale, whatever, they instantly 2x. Most people can't wait for a 1.5x, let alone a 2x. You should have known that was gonna be a straight red candle.
Think about it is though. As I told you, man. I said, don't buy that shit. He was like, but I wasn't in space, but I wasn't in space. I was like, well, you missed it all. You know what
I'm saying? That's crazy.
After that rug, I called you, man. You didn't want to talk.
I was upset, dude, because legit. Yeah, that was my first straight I got paid to promote, and then it's fucking rugged at launch, dude. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I worked hard to get my, to earn my little name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
you know when I knew it was over, though? You know when I knew it was over? When my Telegram started dinging at me and everybody was leaving the group. I said, yo.
Yeah, the streamer chat. Hey, seriously, it was like bing, 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 bing. By the time I left.
Yo, the one dude, I forget his name. He came into the group. He was one of the X influencers. He said, why did the deployer wallet just sell out liquidity? Everybody went ding, 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 ding.
bro.
Yo, you was in the Telegram trying to fight the good fight, yo.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, wait, maybe something happened, maybe because I didn't know at that time. I legit did not know. I was like, oh well, you know, people sell, you know, this and that, and then somebody was like, yeah, liquidity gone. What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. I went and looked. Hey, and then next thing I was one of them bings that looked.
Yeah. You was one of those soul survivors. Bing.
Yeah. Because I did not want to admit that strike was on my name like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I worked hard to avoid bullshit like that. You know what I mean? And it was at that little strike. I was like, no, this ain't happening to me.
Neither
you know
did
what I mean?
Like that's literally the first rug I ever. You know, the first time I ever got paid in it rugged, right? The first time for me too, but I was like, what are we gonna do? You know, we didn't eat that liquidity. You know, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And then to come to find out who was behind it, it was kind of like, man, come on, man, we got set up on this one, man. Straight.
Yeah, that was straight. Man. Dude, because there was they had I'm talking about all-star team of fucking of you know, of streamers and you know, influencers, whatever you want to call, you know, callers, but dude, there was an all-star cast in that motherfucker, and it just
pulled out the big guns, baby. They pulled out the big guns to rub.
It was everywhere, everywhere, dude. He don't even, dude, as you know, because he tried to come out and say, "Oh, well, I just took what I was owed," dude. It literally, if you would have fucking waited, you would have made 10 times that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like,
why didn't you pay back everybody else what they were owed, man? They all bought tokens.
Yeah,
they were owed stuff too. Why you the only one who gets to eat?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the hype that was behind that, man, it was like, because it was everywhere. It was on everywhere. It was on all various channels, and just random people started making videos about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, it could have went far, and then you could have been like, all right, well, I'm not gonna. I done made my money back plus some. I'm not gonna rug it. Let me go ahead and finish developing this.
But
you know what I mean? But
they didn't even have it developed, man. That whole metaverse, that was nothing more than a landing page, is all it was.
See, I didn't know none of that, man. I thought I was like, yeah, this is just the prequel for what they actually gonna release. You know what I mean? I was.
But that's the problem with these devs out here, man. These devs are scamming people, man, and they're taking people's money, man. And that's what I got a problem with. But yo, let's get back to Steve Rocket, man. Let me tell you, man, my top.
Oh wait, before we get into that, how'd you get into content creation? Like what led to that?
Man, I was on a lot of people's lives, right? Like just in the chat and chatting it up, chopping it up, right? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I wonder if I could create a YouTube channel. I wonder if I actually could and would get an audience, right? And a couple people I was chatting it up with in the chat were like, yo, do it. Like, you have the personality to do it. Just do it, right? And I was on a lot of X Spaces too. So I was talking on X Spaces and you know, meeting people. But people were like, do it, man, do it. You got that personality. So I was like, all right, man, I'm going to try it. You know, I put out a couple videos. I'll try it. And it went well, right? You know, wasn't huge, but it went well. And I just, from there, just kept doing it and just kind of still to this day trying to perfect that craft, right? Because
you're gonna perfect it. You're gonna continue to perfect it every day, bro.
Like you know, you always, you know, it's a challenge because you're always trying to upgrade your videos. You're always trying to upgrade your audio. You're always trying to upgrade your audience. You're always trying to bring them out something fresh, something different, something new, right? Something. And you know, but that's kind of what led up to that, was just a whole bunch of like people that are in the chat right now, like that. You know, when you're in there and you're chopping it up with them, and then you go on X Spaces and you're chopping it up with them there, and everybody's like, do it. And then you finally do it, and it's actually decent. I didn't even do it live for a while. I just put videos out. Like, I didn't even do it live for a while. And people were begging me to do a live, and I did a live. and it went well. But yeah, and that's kind of how we got started. How I got started was just straight up just meeting people through the thing, and them guys really encouraging me to do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, and so, you know, I definitely try to catch your morning show when I can, man, because you put out some great info. You know what I mean? And like say, that's definitely, you know, needed. You know, it's not all about, you know. Of course, you got to have a little bit of entertainment once in a while, but man, but getting the correct information out and talking about, you know, the real, like, what's happening with this, what's happening with that. You know what I'm saying? It is, you know, like I say, that's something that's needed, and the education part is definitely needed, man, especially with everything that's coming out now, you know, in the public. You know, crypto is just, you know, out there, you know, in the news and stuff like that, and there's a lot of people like got their eyes to it, looking, you know, looking at it. And you know, the information that you put out, man, and like I say, it's awesome because you straight to the point and telling the truth. You know what I mean?
Well, and the one thing that I always say, you know, whether it's spaces, lives, videos, or whatever, when people ask is, you know, the one thing that I never got when I came into crypto was educational spaces, right? You were either in a Kool-Aid space or you were in a FUD space. You were either watching a Kool-Aid video or you were watching a FUD video, right? There was no education. There was nobody saying to you, yo, this is what you need to look for when it comes to devs. This is what you need to look for when it comes to the market. You know, the stock market plays a key role on the crypto market. You know, you got to watch out for these things in the crypto market. Here's the halving cycle. Here's where we're at. And nobody talked about that one. You know, if you think back to the last bull run, it was never discussed, right? And so you learned by hook or by crook. You either made money or you got rugged, right? It was one or the other, right? So, you know, a lot of people that got rugged, they ain't here no more. A lot of people made money, they're still here. So, but you know, so that was my angle, right? That's always been my angle, is to not only talk about projects, not only talk about the market, but talk about educating about why that's important, right? About why that's important, and really narrowing down things you should look for, like an audit, right? Like, what does that mean, and what should you be looking for in an audit, right?
Yeah.
And you know, that stuff was never here before. Like, people can say what they want.
It was a hard knocks.
It sure was. And people can say what they want to say, but some of the people that were holding some of the biggest Twitter spaces at the time, they weren't doing anything but Kool-Aid in that project. Right.
We gonna moon. This is going 1000x. That's all you heard.
But they could never tell you why. Yeah. And they could never give you any education on why they were where they were. And Lord forbid if you brought up another project. They'd boot you from the room, you'd be kicked
Bring
out.
Bring out the knife and pitchforks.
Yeah. So like all of that was the markets that we came up in, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't want that. Like, I don't want the new people coming in. That's not appealing to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And that was the main reason why, you know, me and Spencer started WWC, man, because we got tired of just constantly just seeing shit and wanted to, like, you know, just talk about some good, you know, projects out, because there are some good projects out there that are doing the right thing, and also at the same time educating people on like you said, you know, what to look for, warning signs, you know, the basics of just looking at a chart, the basics of, you know, going through Etherscan, BSC scan, you know, all this, you know what I'm saying? It's like we have to do that.
The basics of just how to protect your wallet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, there's people coming into the space right now that have no idea how to protect their wallet. They opened up a wallet, they bought some tokens, and that's all they know how to do.
Yep.
You know, and they'll click on a link here, they'll click on a link there, and then they get wiped out. And, you know, but instead of understanding, like, that's DeFi, and you gotta know certain things when it comes to DeFi, because there's no 1-800 number for you to call.
Yeah, you know, you lose your money, it's gone.
Yeah, it's not 1-800 I lost my money and we're gonna help you get it back, right?
The police.
that's when you lay on the couch for a day and you say, "Oh my God, I done made a mistake and I done lost all the money in this wallet and and it's my fault and I'm dumb."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's the
Why did I click on this unsecure website?
They told me they were gonna airdrop me tokens. They told me they were gonna airdrop me tokens. I clicked on the link and they wiped your wallet out, right?
Yeah.
You know, and there's no 1-800 number for you to call. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's giving you your tokens back. Nobody's giving you your money back. You know what I mean? And like people don't know that. People don't understand that. And when they get into this crypto game, you know, that's why a lot of people get wiped out. That's why a lot of people leave and never come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's get on some Steve-O, man.
Yeah, you know, every time somebody brings up his name, you know, here's the thing. How do you come out smelling like a rose in the situation that you were in, right? Like you were in Saitama. Yeah. You were doing the same dirty stuff that they were doing, right?
Absolutely.
But because you stepped away and you gave your text messages to somebody, now all of a sudden you're good. No, you were still dirty. You still did that. That's how you made your money. You're still dirty, you know what I mean? But now you're blowing the whistle on everybody. So now we're all supposed to be cool with that, right? I was never cool with that, right? So then when he started Bull Run, right, I didn't buy into that, right?
I ain't buy it either.
But now all of a sudden that project gone. But you created a meme token called Whale or whatever it was called, Whale, Killer Whale. I don't know what it was called, but that token's gone. Like so, but now you vanished again. So you took people's money twice. You know,
every time that money get low, here goes old Steve-O launching a new token.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like and like people will follow this dude like he's doing them a favor, right? Like you're not doing me any, you know, like you're not doing me any favors. You were robbing people in Saitama. You robbed people in the Bull Run and that Bull Run token, and you robbed people in the meme token. Like, come on, man, we gotta be smarter than that, man. Like,
but see, that's part of the problem. That's you know what? Why these scammers keep getting away with their bullshit is because part of the problem is that there's people that know they're scammers and they still follow the shit because they'll try to beat them before they sell, pull liquidity. You know what I'm saying? They know that they're going to make maybe a couple X's or something like that. And they make a little bit of money and get it. That's why they continue to follow and continue to buy into their bullshit, because they know it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care who gets robbed or who gets left holding the bag. They're going to continue following them because they know with their name, with the name behind it, they're going to launch a token. They're going to buy the pre-sale, and at launch, they're going to make a little bit. They might make $100 and be out of it, and then next thing you know, liquidity gone. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's the rinse and repeat cycle, man. It's bullshit.
And 2 weeks later, they're going to do the same thing.
The same thing.
And that's the issue, though. Right? And how do we keep giving people pass? That's what I don't understand. Like, how do people still keep getting a pass? You know, like even some, influencers, right? Content creators, call us what you want, right? You continually promote rugs or tokens that don't make it, right? How do you get a pass? You know what I'm saying? Like if you keep promoting rugs, pretty soon you become a rug promoter.
Yeah,
but
there's some popular people right now that are known as Sell Signal.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't lying.
They talking about it. Time to sell.
Oh, you ain't lying. I'll tell you. There's some people right now that if they start promoting a project, and they're big influencers, I'm selling.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I know what's on the back side of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't want no part of that.
But at the same time, because there's kind of two sides to that coin. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, when somebody comes to you and if you unknowingly, like, it is what it is. You're a content creator, you're paid. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do. This is your job, is to shield tokens. You know what I'm saying? So on one side of that, it's like you can't really fault them because that's part of their business model. And you don't, at the end of the day, we never know what a dev is going to do. You know what I'm saying? We could the project could last 3-4 months and be solid. And then next thing you know, they had a mental breakdown. I can't do this no more. Next thing you know, they gone with all the money. You know what I'm saying? It's like you never know at the end of the day what a dev is going to do. You know what I mean? So that's the way that they kind of like backtrack from. They're like, look, I got paid for this. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, I don't know, man. Here's
the thing. We don't know, right? We don't know as creators. We don't know what the dev's intentions. Like, we can read a contract, right? And that contract come back 100% clean, right?
Yeah.
You can look at the token distribution. It can come back really good token distribution, right? You can look at the marketing wallets. You can look at the dev wallets.
There was no pre airdrop tokens, wallets, nothing. You know what I mean?
Pre-sale, straight launch or whatever. Or the pre-sale was done on a reputable site and all that stuff, right? Even docs devs, right? Devs are doxed. Everything's good. Russ is doxed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about, say, Tom and Russ was doxed. Milton was doxed. Dr. P was doxed. It doesn't matter whether you're doxed or not, right? If you want to run, you're going to run, right? So we can do all that. But we have no idea what the devs' intentions are for that project.
Yeah, but Steve-O knew.
The issue I have is when it's constant, right? Then it becomes a pattern. Right, it becomes a pattern of promoting rugs, right?
Yeah.
If I promote a rug and it becomes the loss of accountability too. If I promote a rug, I'm gonna sit in front of this camera right here and I'm gonna tell you guys, yo, that project rugged. Here's what I knew. Here's the proof on how I knew it, and here's what they told me.
That's exactly what I did after Metropolitans. I immediately, I need a few other people to come on over. We get ready to do this live video real quick. We're going to talk about this shit.
I messaged you. I was like, yo, this is what I know. I messaged you. I was like, yo, this is what I know about Metropolitans. This is, blah, blah, blah. You had that live. We all came on that live. We talked about it, right? And I think that's how you handle a rug, right? As a true content creator, as a true influencer, whatever they want to call us. I don't even know what our names are anymore, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to sit in front of an audience and you're going to sell and you're going to tell them about a project, you also have to sit in front of that same audience when things don't go right and tell them what you knew and why things didn't go right. And if you can't do that, then you ain't a true, in my opinion, you're not a true content creator or influencer or whatever you want to call us, right? And that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it, right?
Yeah. Plus, at the same time, I mean, you kind of, you gotta, to be doing this in a way, you gotta let people know, like, look, I either got paid for this or they sent me, I got paid either in straight, I got paid out straight or I got paid in tokens, and I'm gonna let you know that at some point, whether it's at the beginning or the end, I'm going to be selling those tokens. You know what I'm saying? So, you kind of gotta, in my opinion, you need to give that disclosure that, for one, that it's paid content. You know what I'm saying? And then for two, especially if you got tokens for it, you know what I mean? Like, don't sit here and pump and talking about, oh, we're mooning. Look at this chart going up. And at the same time, you're over here with your phone selling. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's right. Period. You know what I mean? I think that's manipulating investors.
I've been in spaces where you could tell that the same people that were running the space, pumping in bags, were the same people selling the chart at the same time that they were on the space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell. But I'm with you. Like, I tell people, this is promotion. I'm being paid for this, But I also tell my audience that are there with me in the mornings and stuff, like, what I own because I tell you what I own. I will go down through the charts in the morning and I'll say, yo, gonna DCA in here to this token at this level, or I'm buying at this level, or I'm selling. If I didn't tell you that I'm buying the token, I don't own that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of promotions, hold on. Bam. All right. I gotta have that up there. I got so caught up in the conversation, bro.
Yeah, you better put that up there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so transparent with mine, right? Like, I'll say, you know, because the people that are listening, I want them to know, like, here's where I'm buying in, here's where I'm selling, right?
Yeah.
You know, we'll take Jasmine, for example. I laid out my whole selling routine. Like, when it gets to 5 cents, I'm selling here. When it gets to this point, I'm selling here. When it gets to this point, I'm selling here. That lets you know that I own it.
Yeah.
If I don't talk about it, 9 times out of 10, I don't own it. I might promote it. Yeah. But if I don't talk about it, I don't own it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and see that's what I used to do, you know, with a lot of the AMAs that I used to do, because I was AMA, you know what I'm saying? Like I would get paid for it, but you know, I would actually take some of that money, you know, and actually buy the token. Like I've got a wallet specifically for projects, and some of them ain't here anymore, you know, whether, you know, it was just a failure, you know what I'm saying? It was just failed projects, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that they rugged, it was just failed projects. But you know, I would take a little bit of money and I'd actually buy into it, because I didn't want team tokens, you know what I'm saying? Because I know at some point I'm selling, you know, and I, you know.
Well, you're better than me, because I'm gonna tell you this. You do an AMA with me, I'm gonna make the decision on whether or not I want to buy your token or not buy your token, right?
Yeah.
And when that ETH clears, right, and people ask me what I really thought about a project after we did the AMA and my ETH clears, and they ask me what I really thought, I'll tell them what I really thought, right? But just because I do an AMA with you, I never felt the obligation to buy your token.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like I said, it was... And that's another thing. Like, it was never out of obligation. Like, I did it because, you know, it was like, man, this is a cool concept. It could go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I throw $50, $100 at it, and then, you know, see what it does.
But now,
you know,
man,
I was getting paid more than that though.
But team tokens, you know, I'll tell you my thought on team tokens too, right? First of all, if a team's paying you in team tokens, that means that they minted them tokens when they made the token. So they don't have a dime invested in that, right?
Yeah.
That's marketing money that they put into the wallet. They didn't have any ETH in there. They didn't raise any marketing money. They didn't do anything. They minted some tokens and threw them in the wallet and gave them to you. You're right. That's essentially what happened, right? So you're paying me about with money that you don't even really have invested in the project, right? And eventually I got to sell that, because I'm going to get paid, right?
Yeah.
You know, for what I do, I'm going to get paid, which means I got to sell your tokens to get paid. Well, don't get mad at me when I sell your tokens, you know, because I've seen some devs do that before. Like, oh, you sold, you know, we gave you so many tokens and you sold them. Yeah. How the hell else did you think I was going to get paid? You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
hey, my fees 1 ETH. You think I'm gonna let it fall below 1 ETH?
and if you pay me in team tokens and the chart starts to go way down, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit there and watch the money that I work for go down with your chart. No, I'm gonna sell it, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the one thing that people got to understand when we get. If somebody pays us in team tokens, we got to sell them to get paid. Like, nobody goes to work for free. You know, you don't show up at a job and go, I don't work for free today. You know, well, we ain't working for free either.
That's right.
You know, so
that's right.
Just kind of how it is. Like,
unless you're the owner of a business like moi, you know, it's like, you know, Hey, a lot of people don't know this. Like as much as I promote links and as good as links is doing behind the scenes, and it's very productive. Like I don't get paid off links. You know what I'm saying? Like we still paying stuff out of pocket for links. You know what I mean? And so it's just that's one of them things that when you're running a business, you are investing into your business. You know what I'm saying? And until it and you're supposed to pay it out until it does something. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
but I will, you know what I'm saying? They say, a successful business don't really become successful until about 5 years.
three to
And
five years, man.
three to
Three to
five
five
years.
years.
So, and then like I say, with Worldwide Crypto is like somebody just said, create your own LLC. Worldwide Crypto is a LLC. It's registered business, and for the most part, I actually think I'm as far as what I've spent on, you know, computer stuff, everything like this, desks, all, and some of my streaming services, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm paid up for like at least another 2 years. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But at the same time, it's one of those things that I have to continue growth. I have to continue expanding to make my, to grow my business to where it's an actual profitable, year after year. You know what I mean?
yeah, and people don't understand. There's a lot of money that gets just being influencer, content creator. You spend a lot of money a month, right? There's a lot
Yes.
of money going out the door a month. Like it's not just like you have a computer, with in a camera and a microphone, and you jump on screen, right? That's not how that works, right?
Yeah.
Even when you're creating videos, I mean, you're paying for video editing software, even to create the thumbnails. I mean, you're paying for thumbnail. You're paying a monthly fee for whatever service you're using, right?
Bing,
Or
bing, bing, bing.
you're paying for so much stuff just to get to the point where you can put out a 2 to 3 minute video, right?
Yeah.
Your shorts, right? My man hooked me up with the short link though. But shorts, right? Like you're paying a monthly fee, right? Like
Yeah.
you're taking that video that you got, you putting it in the AI generated software, cutting them shorts up for you, and but all that cost every month, right? And people don't understand that, and that stuff is not cheap, man. And
Yeah,
uh,
not even counting like I pay for Zoom. I got the I don't just do Zoom for free. I pay for Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the better quality stuff. I pay for LinkedIn. I pay for, I pay a lot of stuff out. You know what I'm saying? On, like you said, on a monthly basis, man. It's all those subscriptions, like even StreamYard right now,
yep,
StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the paid version, so I can multi-stream to, right now I'm on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different 10 different destinations right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it to expand my base. You know what I mean? Twitter, paying
it,
that monthly to verify. You know what I mean? It's
it,
it's a lot.
it, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna lay it out there. I'm just gonna lay it out there, right? So we go on live, we talk about these projects. We say like we talk about not even shit projects, right? Like even blue
Yeah.
chips, right? We talk about them, right? And people are there for the content and the projects and the analysts, and like we call Jasmine at 2033, right? Sitting at a
Yeah.
penny and a half right now, right? We call Crow at 5 cents, sitting at 10 cents right now, right? We
Yeah.
call Casper at like 101 something right now, sitting at 16
Yeah.
cents, right? You know, we
Thank you for that.
we're calling Polkadot, at $5, right? Sitting at $8
Yeah.
today, right? I called Chainlink at $6. It's almost $20 right now, right?
Yeah.
So we do this, right? We take our time, we do this, we research, we make sure all this stuff is good, right? So when you come to my table, you eat good. But when you go to your table, you don't bring me nothing back. But
Man.
or you have one problem with a project that didn't make it.
Yeah.
So you go somewhere else because we might have called a project that didn't make it, so that somebody can tell you what you want to hear, right? And make
Yeah.
you feel good. But when you come over here, you eat good. When you hanging out with Worldwide, you hanging out there, you eat good. But when you go to your table, you don't bring nothing back.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing too, man. Our time, like, dude, this is 2 and 3 jobs worth of time. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta stay in the know. You gotta this news came out, so it's gonna affect Bitcoin, or it's gonna affect whatever, like when Avalanche stopped producing blocks. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, it's like if you miss that. If you miss that and be able to actually produce, make some content on that piece of news before everybody else gets it, before it's out across the, the entire, you know what I'm saying? This is a lot of fucking work.
But there's people like, the Junior, right? He's always in my chat. We're crazy respectful, man. You give a play, yo, man, I got in that play. Right? Man, thank you so much for getting in that play. Thank you so much for letting me know. Cool, I'm good with that. You went home to your table and then you came back to my table and you brought me something back, right? Thank you, man. I made you some money, right? But a lot of people, man, why can't I eat where you eat? Why can't we eat good at both tables? You know what I'm saying? Why are you only eating good over here, but I can't eat good over there? Like, you ain't bringing.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I was talking with Pablo the other day, and it's like a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of impatience when it comes to investing, especially in the crypto space. There's a lot of impatience. So you may have bought the top of this little candle, and then you're like, oh, I'm buying in, and then it dips, and then they're like, oh, well, you're just promoting scams. You know what I'm saying? They get out, and then the next week it done went past. It done went. You would have profited maybe 2 or 3x from where you exited, and you know what I'm saying, and you do that, and then you want to come back and everything. It's like they leave to go listen to people that's going to make them feel good, but a lot of them people that are giving you just this, oh yeah, we're going to go to the moon type of shit. They ain't made no money in the space. You know what I'm saying? So like even Pablo said it. Why would you go, there's that saying, follow the money. Why would you go listen to somebody who ain't actually making money in the space and shit on the people that are actually making money, trying to give you some honest reviews, trying to give you some knowledge, and you want to shit on them and just go to somebody that's going to make you feel good? No. And that's why your investing strategy is all fucked up, because you ain't following the money, baby.
If you're talking about making money by investing, and you're talking to somebody who hasn't made any money investing, then you're about to be the next broke motherfucker standing next to him. You know what I'm saying? Because we all want to make it, but guess what? There has to be people that have made it to show you how to make it, or you ain't never gonna make it. And that's the thing. Is like, people never want to hear the truth, right? Yeah. Like, they never want to hear, yo, we made a bad investment. But guess what? Yeah. You're probably gonna make about 10 bad investments before you hit that one that really takes you to the moon, right?
Absolutely.
But people don't want to hear that. They only want you to tell them that everything that they buy is going to the moon.
Yeah.
90% of what you buy is going to crap. 10% of what you buy will run to make that money back from the other 90% that you lost. Yeah. And the other little tiny percentage will go to the moon that will set you financially free. Believe you me, every token in your wallet will not set you financially free.
Especially in the DGen space.
Even your blue chips, every blue chip that you hold will not set you financially free.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But especially when you messing with DeFi, it's literally it's a crapshoot. You know what I'm saying? They could have. I've seen projects with so much great utility. Everybody wants utility. Everybody screams, "Hey, well, why don't this project have any utility?" You got projects come out, they got great utility, they got good devs, they got a great product already, and nobody wants to invest in them because it didn't immediately moonshot.
They give you a 10x overnight.
You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, and of course these projects, they're startup businesses. They end up running out of money because nobody sees the potential because they didn't moon overnight. And then guess what? It's another failed project that could have made it, but yet they want to go to Happy Cat shit on my face, Inu, and guess what? Then they get wrecked, and then people want to be like, oh, you know, they want to cry. It's like, come on, man.
You know, and them are the people that'll just never make it.
Yeah.
They're just never gonna make it. And them are the ones you just gotta look at and be like, yeah, you good, I'm good, right? But you know, your blue chips, right? People always talk about technology, right? Technology. We want utility, we want technology, we want all this stuff, right? Some of the best developed technology isn't even on the first page of CoinMarketCap. You know what I'm saying? Literally, there's blockchains that are faster, more efficient, cheaper to run, better for the environment. Not even on page 1 of CoinMarketCap. You know why? Because it's name recognition. It's name recognition. You know, when it comes to that, and that's why when you and I've done this on my channel before, and I've told people to do it, and I brought it up. Pull up the first page of CoinMarketCap during the last bull run. Not all them tokens are there anymore. They all didn't make it, right? And it'll be the same way in this bull run. When you pull up the first page that you look at right now, that will not be the first, that some of them tokens will not be on there after the bull run's over because they make it. So you're talking about a top 100 token falling to page 3, 4, or 5, right?
Yeah.
So come on, man.
And then you got to look at all right. So maybe it's got utility. Maybe it's got all these nice things that people want. It's basically smelling like a rose. What have they done to protect themselves for the long run? You know what I'm saying? What have they done to, as far as like legally, what have they done to protect their project in the long run? Because there's a lot of projects that's on there that are going to eventually get sued. SEC is cracking down. You know, we already see it with a bunch of them. There's a lot of good projects that are going to fall to the wayside because they just did the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even some of the influencers. It's going to be the same way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's not that they did it with bad intentions, right? There's no regulations out here that are telling you how to build, right? Or what you should do to build, right? So projects, a lot of the bigger projects are doing it with intentions of hurting the project or hurting the investor. But what they don't do, what they're not doing is cost of compliance is high. Becoming compliant is easy. The cost of staying compliant is what will drive your business to the ground, right? And what a lot of these projects don't have is they don't have the money to stay compliant. A lot of these low mid-cap tokens don't have the money or the resources to stay compliant. So when regulation comes, it's going to wipe them out because they can't do it.
Yeah.
They just can't. And the thing about and people just aren't honest with themselves about whether or not the project has the money to move forward and stay compliant, right? And that's one thing I always look at. When I look at a long-term hold, I say, all right, how are they working with government? Are they working with government? And can they afford to work with government if it comes, right? And believe it or not, there's a lot of blue chips out there that their balance sheets don't say that they can be compliant for the long haul, you know. And but when you talk about some of these influencers too, man, like they all coming back now that the bull run started, or what?
Oh,
I'm seeing people I ain't seen in a year. What's up, baby? What's up, Chaka, baby? I'm seeing people I ain't seen in years come out with videos.
Yes, absolutely.
Where the hell they go? What you just take the whole bear market off? You good? You good?
And you know what? What's gonna screw a lot of these projects, whether as good intention as they may be, falling into that trend of renouncing contracts and shit. You've locked yourself. You've locked your project. You basically locked yourself out of growth. If whatever change that needs to be changed to stay in compliance, say you're in compliance, like you said, you may be in compliance now, you have all the great intentions, you're a building, and then next thing you know, some rule has changed, some law has been created and needs to be enforced, and guess what, you've locked yourself out of your own business and you can't grow and expand. So then you got to launch, then you're into launching your V2 or your V3, and then you're going to end up losing a lot of investors because they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Or you get a lot of investors that have bought into it and they thought it was a long-term play and they stopped looking at it, which I don't stop looking at none of my crypto.
Me
you know
either.
what I'm saying? But you know, they stop looking at it. They're like, oh yeah, I'll check it in 5 years. It's gonna be, you know, I know it's gonna be a moon. And next thing you know, they done migrated, you done missed the migration, and then boom, there's your investment just gone, dust in the wind.
Yep. And here's the thing, you know, renounce a contract on a shit project, right? Go ahead, renounce it. Do what you gotta do, right? Because you ain't gonna do nothing anyways, right? But if your intentions are to do something, right? If your intentions are to grow and build or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Having a renounced contract is actually bad because, like you said, you
Yes.
can't grow, you can't do anything. And here's the thing, what you find out is a lot of people that renounce their contract, they automatically have to go to a V2 because something happens, whatever it is, right?
Yep.
And a V2 is not bad. When you go to a V2 and there's a good explanation for it, a lot of people will buy that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
you know, we didn't anticipate this. We got to go to a V2 and fix it, right? People will do that. But when you start getting the V3s and V4s and V5s, what that should tell an investor is the dev didn't know what they were doing when they made the contract. And that's why you have to go through so many versions, because they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what business they were getting into. They didn't know how they were going to grow it. They didn't know even what the contract said. So basically, the person that was running the contract had no idea of what the hell they were running. So
Yeah.
right there, I got a rule. If a project goes to the V3, I'm out. I'll never invest in it again. I'm out. Because that just tells me that you didn't have any foresight. You didn't foresee what was coming. You didn't have that business mindset to go through the what ifs and things like that. And you announced, if you go to a V3, I'm done. I'm done with your project. I'll never look at it again.
And see, I notice a lot of times too, like a dev, they'll have the greatest intentions. They'll be like, you know what? I listen to my community. I'm going to make, I'm going to launch it this way. I'm going to make changes this way. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of devs, or, if you're going to be a dev, you need to understand that you always need to do what's best for the business. It's not always about a pump. You know what I mean? Because if you've got a great business model and you're building your business the way you dreamed it, designed it, came up with it, you're going to succeed. The investors will come. But if you're just looking for that initial, we look at that candle when we launched, but the rest of the candles, next week it's below launch price and it's just stayed in the shitter, and the next thing you know, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that okay, you can take suggestions from the community, but you got to understand also a lot of these community members are only interested in maybe a 2x, and they're out of your project anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you need to do what's best for your business at all times.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you have to do what's best for your business, no matter what, because then if you don't, you won't be in business.
Well, like I
And
said, you can take suggestions and be like,
yeah,
okay, is this going to make my bit? Is this going to be a positive thing change or positive? Or is this going to affect the business in a positive way? Okay. Oh, well, it is. Boom, change done. But if it's not, it's like, you know what? We thought about it. We can't do that because it's not helping anything. Just be honest.
yeah, I mean, you always want to take suggestions from the community, especially if you're community-based token, right? You want to take
Yeah.
suggestions from that. Doesn't mean that your suggestions have to be implemented, you know. And even
Yeah.
you get this with a lot of whales and projects, right? They think because they make a suggestion that the dev team needs to make a suggestion because they're a whale in your project. No,
Yeah.
no, you don't, right? So
Yeah.
you do what's best for the business. And because here's the thing, investors are there for what? They're there for investing, they're there to make money, and eventually
for
they're
their
going to do
wallet.
what? They're going to sell, right? So everything that you've just done to keep a particular set of investors happy, guess what? Eventually they're going to sell, they're going to leave your project. So if your project isn't about bringing new people in all the time and growing over time, then eventually everybody's going to sell out on you anyways, right? So
Absolutely.
like that's the mindset that people have, and that's a mindset that people have to get out of it, especially because in what people always fall back on is, well, this is a community-based token. Really? Yeah. And if we keep doing things the way that we're doing them, it won't be a community-based token because it won't be no token.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
another rule that I have, if I have a dev, if you know, you got this dev and whatever, and their project, you know, maybe fails or whatever, I may give that dev when they decide, oh, you know what, well, I come up with a different business model, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna launch a new token, blah 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 blah. I give the dev a second chance. Once that project has failed, and you'll see it. You'll see it. No, that's why part of do your own research is not just you know, it's not just looking at the white paper, it's not just looking at the website, it's looking at these devs, because if you pay attention, there's a lot of devs that are relaunching, you know what I'm saying, because they get that little bit of money off that launch, that little bit of hype, and the next thing you know, they out, you know, the project failed, and boom, they're launching another one, you know what I'm saying, and it's a constant money grab, you know what I mean? So pay attention.
and I'm all about, like, let's say you get a dev and a project fails, right? I'm all about how did you handle that situation, right?
That's definitely another thing.
And then let me see the second project you're going to launch, and let me see if it's going to fall under the same fate as the first one, right? And if you handle the first one bad, I'm probably not going to invest in you again. It tells me that you're not a business person. You don't know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it is, you're right. There's the devs out here just contract after contract after contract after contract, right? And they just keep launching them. And they're the same. You can look at the structure of what they're launching, and it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? But here's the other thing about it. You have some people that are launching contracts. They think they're anonymous, but they're not, right? You can kind of figure it out, right?
DeFi is not really DeFi, baby.
No,
yeah, you better look into it.
you can kind of figure it out, right?
Yes.
And then they don't want you to know about it, but they're the same people that are in chats and in spaces and everything else talking shit about everybody, right?
Yeah.
Or talking about how a project rugged and the devs suck over here and they do this over here and they do that over there. And I can't say it because I know it, right? But
yeah,
I'm thinking to myself at the same time that you're talking about that, you're the same shitty dev that just rugged another project. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you were anonymous, I know that you were the dev. How you going to talk about another project when you were the one that just rugged the project like a month ago? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So if you're such a good dev, Why did you rug your own community, or why did your project fail, or what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
once you fail a project, or once you rug a project, there should be a rule that you can't talk shit about nobody else. You can't say nothing about any other project because you suck too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
oh shit, damn! You just a shitty damn.
So if I suck, you suck, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if this dev over here sucks because they either rugged or their project failed, and you have the same problem over here, but you're steady over here talking garbage in a chat or on Space or wherever, then you suck too. So I guess both devs suck, right?
I'm kind of looking up this thing that that Shaka put in the chat.
What do you put in
there? Hey, just post the contract address. I'll give it. We'll actually, we'll do it live. We'll actually go over it and then see if see what we think.
Shaka selling us a token.
Yeah. Look, he said, please don't pay. Hey, don't nobody get banned on my channel, man. Hey, it's all good, baby. It's the low key shield. I heard there was a meme coin project called Nico and Solana. Might be interesting, huh? Yeah, post the contract address and I'll take a look at it.
Might be interesting.
Might be. I gotta look. Hey,
might be.
We gotta go straight to shit. What Soul's what? Etherscan?
No, Soul Scan.
No, Soul Scan. Yeah, we'll go Soul Scan and see how many wallets got pre-airdropped. Because here's the thing about Soul, man. I was super pumped about it until all these scammer ass bullshit ass devs left ETH and started fucking launching on Soul.
Chaka said it in the chat. That's why I was laughing.
Oh, the show project.
That's why I was laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, but
my bad, bro.
yeah. Shaka, make sure my airdrop clears, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Make sure my shit clears, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sure every single token in that airdrop clears too, Chaka. Like, don't short me a token, not one.
Oh yeah, he said ain't lost yet, but airdrops is open. 6 wallets signed up so far. Okay. Hey, you know what? Hey, because it's you, man. I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna have to look at the website and everything, man. So
I just checked. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet today, but I'm gonna check it out.
Hey,
my man.
Hey, fun fact. Actually, no. You know, I can't say that just yet. Never mind.
And let's talk about marketing for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell are all these projects launching with no marketing fund?
No, that is some straight bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That is some straight bullshit. I am so sick and tired of these projects. Oh, you know what? We have all this lined up. You know, this and this. You know, we're gonna launch, and you know, we want people to just promote it for free. You better get out of my face with that. You know what I'm saying? Because go ahead.
I had to tell 2 projects this week. I am not taking on any more charity projects. If you don't have money to pay for marketing, I can't. I'm all charitied out, man.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about taking free charity promotion. It will always backfire in your face at some point. You know, and these devs that are launching with no marketing budget, they're money grabs. I don't care what they say. They're money grabs. They're all money grabs. That's what they are. And when did that become a thing? Well, worldwide. When did that become a thing?
But see, that's it's been a thing though. You know what I'm saying? Especially in DeFi space, that has definitely been a thing because everybody, you know, that's the prime example of the difference between a project that is working to succeed in a project that's definitely more than likely destined to fail because everybody wants to be the next Pepe. You know how much marketing went out for Pepe? Dude, I guarantee you there was $1 million in marketing alone. I guarantee it. At least. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand.
Do you know how much money Pepe paid to get on all them tier 1 exchanges?
Oh,
so that's marketing all in itself, right?
Yep. And they instantly, it wasn't, oh, well, we'll do one this month and then we'll do one. It was they was instantly listed everywhere, dude. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of money put out for that. And somebody think that they're gonna come out and they're gonna pay. You know, you can't get a Google ad for a week for $50. You better get out of my face.
You gonna come to me? What? You gonna come to me talking about, yo, we want to work together. Okay, so the first question I ask anybody right now, I tell you right now, if you DM me, if you're a project and you DM me and they're in my inbox, you're getting the first question is, what's your marketing budget?
Yep.
And if the answer to that question is, well, we don't really have one, but we're doing this, conversation over.
You ain't setting yourself up for success. You're not setting your business up for success. Nope. You have to market. Okay, nope. I guess word of mouth only goes so far when you're only talking to when only like 10 or 20 people know about it, and then those 10 or 20 people may or may not know anybody else to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word of mouth has its power, but it has to be widespread, very widespread. There has to, you know what I'm saying?
And here's the other thing: you can grow a community, right? And you can get all the engagement in the world out of project, right? But eventually, that engagement is going to die down.
Yep.
Then you have no marketing money to bring engagement back up, right? Because personally, I'm not talking about shit if it doesn't get engagement, or it doesn't, or the ETH don't clear, or the Solana doesn't clear, or the USDT. I ain't talking about it, right? Yeah. And if I'm talking about something, I call them charity projects. If I'm talking about a charity project, like Dog was, right? A charity project for me. I ain't get paid to talk about Dog. Got huge engagement to talk about Dog. A charity, right? There's only 24 hours in a day. You can only do so much charity. And so if I'm talking about a project and it's a charity project and the engagement dies down, I'm done talking about it. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing as a project because you didn't pay me. So don't come over here with that nonsense. And that in the communities that oh man, you quit talking about this project. Yeah, you should have told your devs to pay me.
That's right. Because like we just said earlier, this costs money, that costs money, these cost money, this screen costs, you know what I'm saying? The services cost money. Like these are businesses that we are running. You know what I'm saying?
And if you can't pay me, FEMA. And if you can't pay me, how you gonna if you can't pay me, how you gonna pay MEXC? How you gonna pay a lower tier exchange? How you gonna pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't pay me, how you gonna pay them? Which lets me know that you ain't going on them.
Exactly.
So that's a straight money. Hey, anybody launching right now without a marketing budget, that project is a money grab.
Yeah. Period. You know what? One of my first red flags that I notice on new projects, when they have in their roadmap getting listed on CMC or CoinGecko, that's a red flag to me. Because for one, unless you're paying big bucks, you ain't gonna get on there. And for two, if you ain't got the volume, because what happens is you pay some random guy $5,000, and yeah, you may get on there. It's because they created a bot to create some fake volume. Once that volume dies down, guess what? You're getting delisted.
Booty.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't tell people this. They don't say, oh, you know what? Well, we already got this prepaid for. No, you know what I'm saying? Like
we got listed on CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, we got listed. We got listed
on CoinGecko.
these CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, they do not cause the pumps that they used to. The market is too diluted with token projects. Like back in 2021 when you listen on CMC, yeah, you was damn near getting a instant 10x. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't the same. This ain't the same crypto.
No,
people don't understand that.
And here's the problem with a lot of these people that have left crypto that are starting to come back, like we talked about earlier. They're still trying to operate their channels or their influence or whatever you want to call it, like they did in a prior bull market. We're in a whole nother crypto world right now. That old bull market mentality, that shit is played out. That is gone. That hodl mentality that you can't talk about another project or you can't come in this, all that stuff that we talked about earlier, that stuff is gone, man. Nobody wants to hear that crap no more, right? So if you try to, and people are starting to figure it out, a lot of people that were influencers that left during the bear market because I guess they couldn't handle the downturn, you know what I mean? They're too good to handle the downturn. They can't go through the pain. They only want the glory, right? But they're starting to figure out that ain't working no more. So what am I gonna do? Because now I actually might have to do some research instead of just telling people to hodl. Right? Like some of them ain't making it. Some of them
you ain't telling me what to do with my investment. Right. I ain't hold the bag for shit. If I decide I want to sell, guess what? I'm selling. Period. I'm not losing my profits because you're like, oh, we'll recover. Just hold. Just hold. I know why you're telling just hold, you're selling.
You're telling me to hold. You're telling me to hold so you can sell. People have to understand what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is a peer-to-peer transaction.
Yep.
That's what it is, right? So if I sell, that means somebody else has to buy, right?
Yep.
So if I buy at the bottom and sell at the top, the person that bought my tokens at the top, you lost, I won. So my win may be somebody else's loss. And my loss may be somebody else's win, right?
Yep.
And in crypto, you have to be willing to accept that this is a peer-to-peer transactional service, right? So as you're hodling, and if I'm selling, I'm winning, you're losing. Because that money is going to my bank account, and that red candle's coming on that chart, and you're holding the bag. So this is why, one of the reasons why during these markets, people are running and taking 2X's and 1.5X's so quick, because they got freaking dunked on during the last bull run, and everybody was dunking on them and screwing them over. In this whole bear market, they've been screwed over so much that they're they're like, you know what? Why would I hold? I can just take a 2X, get out, and go to the next meme that's going to launch in 5 minutes, right?
Absolutely.
2X there, get out, go to the next one. 2X
to
there,
the next
get
one.
out, go to the next one, right? So it's there's so many tokens that are launching at such of a rapid pace on all of these different blockchains. These guys are on nothing but rinse and repeat. It's a 1.5 to 2X rinse and repeat. And you got these other people from these prior bull markets or prior markets staying back in these communities going, yo, we're going to hold. We're going to Valhalla. There is no damn Valhalla.
We going, baby. We going.
I need you to hold to Valhalla, because I'm getting off of this train in Jersey.
And whoa, I'm telling you. And
you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell somebody, look, it's gonna get up to here. I'm selling. Bye. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You better get out before I
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I ain't even.
Junior says Jasmine. Jasmine's a different beast and a different animal, right?
Yeah.
Like Jasmine's been to that $3 level. It's seen that $3 level. It's seen that $4 level, right? We're talking about Catcoin Inu. We're talking about, we're
Hey, if it's
talking
got
about a
Enu in the
token that's
name, I'm not staying in long. Just
well,
FYI.
and let me tell you too, I'm not staying in long. If the market cap is 3 million and the liquidity is 3K, I ain't staying that long. You
I'm out.
first of all, you didn't put any money into liquidity so nobody could cash out. Makes the chart look real good when somebody buys it though, because it
Yep.
goes way up.
A dollar.
But
Hey, you'd be surprised. A $10 buy would skyrocket a candle.
yeah. So, but I can tell you, if the liquidity ain't right, yo, I gotta get mine. And remember, we're talking about a peer-to-peer transaction, right?
Yep.
I gotta get mine before you get yours. So
That's
if you're
right.
staying in for a 10x, I'm trying to sell a 7. I
See,
hope you
that's
see
where
your,
education.
I hope you see your 10x. I hope
Yeah.
that chart recovers. Let me know if it does. Let me know if you got your 10x because I'm out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and see that's where education comes in, though, man. You gotta, man. You at the very bare minimum, you've got to be able to pull up Dex tools, look at liquidity, look at market cap, know what it is, and then you can notice that difference. You could see the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And here's another one for you.
Darren in the building, what it move, baby, what it move.
And here's another one for you. If I'm looking at your liquidity and your top 2 wallets can eat up the whole liquidity, yo, I might stay in for like a 1.5x and I'm out.
Yep.
Because then when them wallets sell, your project's dead.
Yep.
And guess what? It ain't ever recovering. I got news for you. It's never coming back. It's over. Because the next meme coin on ETH or Solana or AVAX or whatever just launched, and they're taking all your people with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your project dead, and they coming back. You know what I mean? So, and that's the problem with these meme coins right now. You got to remember, like back in the days when you had SHIB and you had Doge and you had Floki and you had all them guys, they weren't launching as many meme tokens as they are right now. Now they're launching them every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes on every single chain, right? So
it's crazy.
So there's no reason for people to hold. There's no reason for people to hodl because they're just rinsing and repeating all the way down the live new pairs on every single chain, right? So
and see, yeah, and that's the big thing is this, like you said, this is peer to peer. The same money is cycling around through all of these chains.
Yep.
If you look at the entire market cap of the entire crypto industry, it's the same money cycling around. There's not a lot of money coming in right now. With this being tax time, you're going to get an influx of some cash. People getting their tax returns. They done filed for their dependents, and whatever the case may be. And they might throw some change at a project or two. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the retail investors still haven't returned. And a lot of these institutional investors are still waiting. They're still waiting. You know what I'm saying? And with BlackRock buying up all the damn Bitcoin right now, bro. It's crazy.
I keep trying to tell everybody, do not sell your Bitcoin. BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, everybody, they want your Bitcoin. They own over 60%. Almost 70% of all Bitcoin in circulation right now, right? They want to own 100% because then the only way to buy it is through the ETFs, right? They want to control everything. Ethereum's about to be the same way. If you sell your Bitcoin now, you will cry later. You will absolutely cry. Bitcoin's going to hit 60K before the end of next week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're not even at a $3 trillion market cap where we called the last bull run off at, right? Called it off at, we called it off right around 3 trillion, right? Called it off at 3 trillion. You're not even on the doorsteps of the next bull run, and you're talking about selling your Bitcoin. Where these big institutional investors want to buy it, they want to own 100% of your Bitcoin. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're special.
And
You're
here's
a
another
special
thing that
individual.
a lot of people wasn't paying attention to as well. You know what I'm saying? Especially when these ETFs first launched and everything like that. Like Grayscale and them, they were selling off their Bitcoin. And you know, when the dip came, BlackRock's buying it up. They're buying it on a discount because they done scared people out of their positions, and they bought it. They bought the dip, and guess what? It's back up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it'll happen again. They will scare
it's going to
people
continue
out
to
of
happen.
They will
It's going to
scare people out
continue.
of position again, and they'll come in and they'll buy the dip, and then the same thing will happen with Ethereum, right? As these Ethereum ETFs, Grayscale said it the other day. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when, right? So these guys are loading up on the Ethereum right now, right? So they're going to try to scare you out of your position. They're going to swoop in. They're going to buy it. They want to own it all. They want to control all of that. So they'll go and buy it on every single dip, and they'll run the price up. They'll actually run the price up. It's happened with the Bitcoin ETFs. They were the ones that were running the price up so that everybody was selling. And then when that thing turned and it dropped dramatically, they would go in and they would buy up double what they had.
Yeah.
And let it run again. And then do the same thing. Run again. They didn't do the same thing with Ethereum.
You know, right now it came out earlier this morning or whatever. Right now they own a little over 1% of the Bitcoin supply. That's huge. Huge.
And what a lot of other people don't talk about is BlackRock is buying up all the Bitcoin miners. So
that too.
They're starting to buy the miners. So if you own the majority of the supply, and you own the miners, and you have the ETFs, you control Bitcoin.
And see, that's why like earlier today, the White House came out and said they said something along the lines that Bitcoin, you know, the infrastructure can't sustain you know, the Bitcoin mining and stuff like that. It's so if the infrastructure, if our current infrastructure can't handle all the Bitcoin mining, how the hell is it gonna handle electric cars that you're trying to ban all these gasoline cars? How's it gonna handle? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense, and that's how they're continuing to scare people. They're going to outlaw private citizens. What they're going to do here is they're going to eventually outlaw private citizens from owning Bitcoin miners, and then these corporations are going to, like you said, continue to buy them up, and they're going to run them themselves.
Makes all sense in the world, though, because if they can set that narrative right now, and they can say, "Well, our infrastructure can't afford the Bitcoin mining," right? And then BlackRock owns a bunch of these Bitcoin miners, right? And they go out there and they start unplugging them motherfuckers. What are they going to say? The infrastructure couldn't hold on to it, right? So now you're mining less Bitcoin, right? So now there's less Bitcoin in supply, right? So now they even own a big portion of the supply, a bigger portion of the supply, right? So now they're even controlling even more because you're not making any right now. They done cut the supplies off, right? So makes all the sense in the world. They're setting the narrative because BlackRock's telling them set this narrative, right? And that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. But you know, here's the thing. And somebody said in the chat, I don't know who said it. They said they don't think that they're not sure ETFs are good for crypto. It's not that ETFs are good or bad for crypto. It's, do you know how to play the game that's being played, or are you going to be the one getting played, right? You're not going to stop it. You're not going to say that we don't think that this is good for crypto, so it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. So how do you get your piece of that pie, right? And make your little bit of money, because you're not going to make more money than these big institutional investors, and anybody who thinks that you're going to make as much money as these, you're nuts.
Yeah.
BlackRock can come in here and buy every single piece of cryptocurrency
Hey.
right now at $2 trillion, and it would be a line on their balance sheet. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Jeff Bezos this morning also made a trade. He sold his I think a big portion of his Amazon stock and bought Bitcoin this morning.
Yeah. Why do you think he did it? Because he knows where it's going and he knows who's controlling it, right? He knows who's controlling it. And now that he knows that the big institutions are controlling it, then as a billionaire, that gives him a seat at the table, right? Now he can sit at the table with the rest of them billionaires and say, this is how we want Bitcoin to look. So is ETFs good?
He tried to catch up to Mark Cuban.
Yeah. So I mean, is ETFs good for crypto or bad for crypto? What it depends on what side of the fence you fall on, but they're here, so you're gonna have to deal with them. You know, because Bitcoin ETFs are here, Ethereum ETFs are coming. That's not the end of them, right? You're going to see some of these altcoins get ETFs or a package deal of altcoins and an ETF, right? You're going to see something like that. So, and as soon as that, let's say it's a package deal, whatever's in that package, they're going to try to control that too. They're going to try to buy all that too. So the key is when you make is trying to pick out which one's next so that you can get in early and ride the pump up and cash out and take your slice of the pie and move the hell on.
Yeah. And see what, like right there, what he just liquidated his house for 800,000 worth of XRP. And I'm gonna tell, a lot of people haven't noticed this too, you know, as well, you know, with the housing market. The housing market is in very, very big trouble. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of these people that made a lot of money during the last bull. They bought up a lot of real estate, a lot of homes, and they can't afford them anymore, and they're all selling them for a huge discount. You know what I'm saying? Huge losses because, you know what I'm saying, they can't afford that stuff anymore. And, you know what I mean? And it's not just them, but I mean, it's a lot of other factors involved with that. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's also having an effect. You know what I mean? It's like all this stuff that's happening and going on. Everybody thinks it's not related. You know what I'm saying? It may or not. It's not related, but it's definitely related to each other. It's all affecting each other as well.
When you look at the housing market, right? The housing market is absolutely, they can hide it all they want, but it is absolutely in a terrible place.
Tailspin.
Around the world, not only in the United States, but around the world.
That is,
if you look at where China's housing market is, right? It's killing their economy right now. And if China goes into a downspin because of their housing market, which it looks like they're gonna, that's gonna affect the cryptocurrency market. The American housing market's gonna affect, because if you can't afford to pay your bills, you can't afford to have money to invest. You don't have that expendable money to invest, especially invest in risky assets, right? So that's how it directly affects it. Groceries affect cryptocurrency because the more and more groceries go up, the more and more rent goes up, the more and more all of this stuff goes up, the less the expendable money you have to invest in riskier type of assets, riskier type of plays. That's what crypto's designated as a risky asset, right? So
exactly,
all of this affects the market positively or negatively.
And with that,
let's be honest. When they was handing out checks during COVID, and everybody was getting all that money during COVID, and they was handing out checks, like you had somebody that was working at the McDonald's that was driving a Pinto. Now all of a sudden they're driving a Mercedes because you handed them out so many checks. The markets were booming. People had expendable income. They were throwing it in crypto. They were throwing it in stocks. They were throwing it wherever because they were getting free money from everywhere that you could turn, and they didn't have anything to pay for, right? That's not the case anymore. So now it's time to pay the piper. Now it's time to pay that money back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And like I said, it goes hand in hand with people. They're forcing people to sell their crypto because they know there's a lot of
Yep.
people that made money off crypto. And the more expensive that they continue to make things, the more people are going to sell off their crypto and the more that they're going to buy.
If I have $10,000 sitting in crypto and I'm in debt $9,000, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Exactly.
I'm gonna sell that $10,000 in crypto, right? And I'm gonna get that.
Yep.
You know, I'm rather than you repossess my car or something, right? And that's what really what's going
Yep.
on. And
Put some food in the fridge.
Sell it. Yeah, put some food in the fridge. Feed my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, feed the babies, pay the rent, do all that stuff. You're gonna do that, and that's what's forcing you to sell it, right? So the economy always plays a key role in any investment, whether that's the stock market, whether that's crypto, and it plays a role in how you live your everyday life. Some people can't afford to put $100 into an investment right now because of where we are, right? So that affects everything. But I gotta get out of here in a minute, brother.
All right, yeah, man, because it's been all right. Man, hey, look, man, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. This has been awesome. Make sure, hey, if y'all ain't already following this guy right here, make sure you shoot him a follow. You know, follow him on everything because he's very, very intelligent individual, man. He puts out some great information, and he gonna straight up tell you if something's a bullshit or not. You know what I'm saying? And hey, that we need more of that. We need more people doing the right thing, telling the right, giving the right information, especially, you know, even if it doesn't appeal to your ears. It's some information that you need to listen to, man, because it's going to make you aware. It's going to make you a better investor. And, you know what I'm saying, it's just one of those things that went through those life lessons. You know what I'm saying? So we just trying to share that knowledge that we didn't get. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, take it into account. You know what I mean? It's you got to learn in this space. And if you ain't already following me, hey, I appreciate it on whatever platform you watching this on. Hey, go to my link tree, shoot me a follow on all my stuff, man. Because hey, it helps the algorithm, and it's nice to see that. Hey, I got a new follower once in a while. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that. Thank you to everybody that stuck around, that listened to the whole thing. You know, if you're just now showing up, make sure you rewind that tape. Watch this again, man, because there's a lot of great information put out. We put out exposed to some of the bullshit in the crypto space. You know what I'm saying? Oh, before we go, all right. So there's two questions I always ask my guests. All right. There's two moments in your career, right, where you know, you went through some bullshit and it actually helped you to grow, and you went through some bullshit that was just some straight bullshit, and you just kind of it shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? It was just some bullshit that didn't help anything, that it was just garbage. So what would be your one positive bullshit moment?
You know, I went through, you know, one of the most positive bullshit moment I went through is when I had to come to the realization, like, people were talking about my videos. People were talking about my, you know, the way I did them, the way I had them structured, stuff like that. And I didn't understand why. And they're giving me a lot of feedback. They're giving me a lot of blowback for that, right? And I even reached out to you at one point, you know, for a logo that I still use today, right? Because I just didn't have the stuff, right? So I was like, you know what, I gotta reach out to my people. But you know, that was the biggest bullshit moment. Like, I don't call it a bullshit moment, but it was an aha moment, man, where I had to come to realization that, you know what, I needed help, man. You know what I mean? And people were pointing it out, not to be rude or disrespectful, but you know, they wanted to help. But you know, it was you know, you can call it a bullshit moment, but that was more of an aha moment for me, right?
Yeah.
The biggest bullshit moment negative was you know, I went through some shit with another influencer, right? And you know, that was bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we went at it, you know what I mean? And you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I was never put in that situation before in crypto, but you know, my personality is, it is what it is. You say what you say, I say what I say, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and we move the fuck on, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the biggest bullshit moment that I had. And you know who I'm talking about, man. And I don't need to mention any names. You know, it is what it is, man. But you know, at the end of the day, I didn't expect that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect that type of behavior. So when I seen it, I was like, damn, like this is who you really are. Like, oh, I'm cool with that. Like, just show me who you really are, and I'll treat you appropriately. You know what I'm saying? I treat a snake like a snake. I treat a dog like a dog. I treat a homie like a homie, and I treat a queen like a queen. You know what I'm saying? So show me who you are, I'll treat you appropriately. You know, and that's kind of how I dealt with that. But that was the biggest bullshit moment so far.
Okay. Hey, it's fair enough, man. Fair enough. You know what I mean? Hey, but you know, that's the walks of life, you know, especially man, in this type of career, whether you just crypto investor or content creator, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have moments where it's either a learning lesson or it was a positive learning lesson to help you grow, or it was a learning lesson that was like, you know what? This was some bullshit. But you know what I mean? This is unnecessary bullshit. You know what I mean? But hey, like I say, once again, man, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you to everybody. You know, thank you, and let's grow, man. Let's grow. Let's learn this space, and let's move on, man. And man, I don't know who I got next. I have to look at my schedule to see who I got next on. I think on Thursday. I got Little Bird. She just confirmed today. I forgot all about this. So I got Little Bird on Thursday. So join me Thursday at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. EST for the next Behind the Bullshit. And then tomorrow I have my Rio stream, baby. Rio stream. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you ain't already on Rio, hey, I done told you about it. If you ain't already on Rio, you need to check it out. You know, if you have a YouTube account, if you have a Twitch account, and coming soon, they're still working on integrating their TikTok. But if you have one of those two, YouTube or Twitch, make sure you sign up for Rio. Make sure you sign up for Rio as a content creator. And once you are approved, anybody, anywhere can watch your stream simultaneously if they wanted to, straight through Rio. You still get your analytics, you still get your comments, you still get your views, you still get all of that, but it's a centralized place for viewers to find your content. You know, whether you stream on Twitch in the morning and stream on YouTube at night, they can watch it at all times, anytime, through Rio. And also they have a great function for small streamers. It basically, you go into this section for small streamers, and if at any point in time, if you're streaming and you have less than 5 viewers, you get featured in the carousel to help viewers find your channel. And already, hey, through our own testament of mine, hey, for 2 years, I had four followers on Twitch, and right today, since I've been a streamer on, I've had my verified partnered account on Rio, and I think today I have 34, and it's only been a month. So I went from 2 years of 4 viewers to 34 in a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's steadily growing. So, hey, definitely check it out. It's awesome. And definitely check out Links. It's a great DeFi portfolio viewer. If you are in DeFi, you can view all the value of all your tokens on ETH, BSC, and Polygon at launch. So as soon as it launched, you don't have to wait for CMC. You don't have to wait for CoinGecko. You can view the value of your investments without connecting your wallet, which makes it 100% safe, because you're not connecting anything. You just copy and paste your wallet address, and Links will automatically pop up all of that info. And like I say, if you ain't already checked out Play NACL, we're doing a lot of great stuff. We play the North American Collegiate League. We're doing great things. I will explain that. I'm going to be doing a featured stream, or a video specifically on this, man. We're doing a lot of great work with a lot of great influencers and a lot of great brands, and helping the kids, man, through gaming and esports, man. So it's really good stuff. So like I say, Thank you for watching again. Thank you, DG, for your time, man. Really appreciate it. We're out of here, baby.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit. Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you gotta be the road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day.